I just got to do this every time, all right? I don't think you're going to fight me or anything like that, but it's what we got to do.
Hell no. You're going to put it in my mouth.
I'll put it in your mouth.
Oh, this is interesting.
There are a million tricks that criminals will use to try and stay out of jail, and sometimes this can even include trying to seduce the arresting officer.
You want to tase me?
No.
Do it.
Stay in the blue box.
I like it kinky.
Here are some shocking cases where detainees have tried to flirt their way out of jail.
You see, spread. How much further do you want me to spread, Daddy?
Our first case follows Karina Armando, who was arrested for DUI after an officer saw her driving dangerously across several lanes.
Hi! The reason I'm stopping you, well, I didn't stop you. Why did you stop? Let me ask you that. Okay.
It was immediately clear that the young woman was intoxicated. Officers carried out a sobriety test, which proved to be too much for Armando.
So right now, it's not good and you're under arrest.
On arrival at the station, Armando was full of compliments for her officers.
Oh, are you ready?
I am.
Despite her flirtatious attitude, Armando refused to supply a breath sample, further adding to her potential charges.
I just got to do this every time, all right? I don't think you're going to fight me or anything like that, but it's what we got to do.
Hell no.
All right.
Armando was allowed to call her father to come pick her up from the station, but her level of intoxication made it difficult to do anything.
Dad, can you come to the Mobile police station across from Exxon?
Eventually, officers were able to take Armando upstairs, where she continued to flirt with officers.
Hey, I know you.
Yeah? Why is that?
I was meaning it like
You meant it in an endearing way?
yeah,
Okay.
Well, hi.
yeah.
Sometimes we don't get it in that kind of way, so.
It's always in that kind of way. Wow, Mobile police station's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Karina received several tickets for her numerous traffic violations. Unfortunately, this wasn't Karina's first DUI, and the young woman seems to have a habit of risking other people's lives. But as these officers know all too well, if she doesn't learn her lesson, it's only a matter of time before she ends up in a prison cell or a grave. In our next case, police responded to a car accident where witnesses immediately told them that a crime had been committed.
She's drunk. And she already said that I don't want to get a DWI.
Thankfully, no one was seriously injured in the collision, but police were quick to investigate further.
So they said you're not having anything medical.
No, sir.
Okay. Now, just based on this driving behavior and what people have been saying when we came on scene, would you be willing to take some standardized sobriety tests?
The suspect was immediately showing signs of intoxication, but was denying any wrongdoing. However, it didn't take long for her to fail a sobriety test.
All right, man. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back for me, okay? You're being placed under arrest for DUI.
Knowing that she was in serious trouble, the woman quickly turned on the charm.
I hope at least I'm like one of the cuter people that you've had in your cop car. Do not confirm or deny, please.
Yeah, I kind of talk about that.
Despite coming close to causing serious injury, the young woman failed to see the seriousness of the situation.
I'm too cute for prison. Don't do that to me.
Once she arrived at the station, she continued her attempts to flatter her arresting officer. Unsurprisingly, he wasn't interested.
Had your face mask on, but I was like, that is so fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's get back to business,
Nobody
though.
wants to date anyone that's looking like this, so.
Claiming to recognize him from before, the woman tried to get on his good side as best she could.
You are such a healthy man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I do.
Despite her constant flirting, the drunk driver was charged with aggravated DWI and reckless driving. Our next case might be the most blatant attempt yet, and shows it's not just young offenders who have tried out this tactic. Kelly Barton, a group home employee, was taking her client back while driving under the influence when she smashed into a lamppost. Knowing she was in trouble, Kelly immediately started inappropriately flirting with the officers.
Put your hands on you. Want the life squad to check you, ma'am? Let them do what they gotta do. Come on, boys. I want the little young boys. Ask me how I'm feeling. Let the little young boys tell me.
Thankfully, the officers saw the funny side of Barton's antics, but it wasn't enough to save her from being arrested.
Let me tell you something. What I would do to you with your blue eyes.
Well, let me check your blood sugar real quick.
Barton's behavior could not only be seen as inappropriate, but was beginning to affect the officers' abilities to do their jobs. Eventually, after Barton failed a sobriety test, she was taken to jail.
Even if I was sober, I couldn't do this test.
Our next case took place in Florida the night before Halloween, when our suspect, Naomi Furrer, was pulled over on her way back from a party.
Fake cut had scared me when I walked up. Forgot tomorrow's Halloween. I'm like, oh boy.
I know, right?
The suspect was showing signs of intoxication, as well as a number of other violations.
The tags on the car expired back in March, and your license is suspended.
The young woman's speech and demeanor immediately signaled to the officer that she was drunk.
Your eyes are bloodshot and glossy. Your speech is slightly slurred.
I'm just very tired, that's all.
There's alcohol coming off the gun.
After carrying out a field sobriety test, it became clear that the officer's suspicions were correct.
I want you to start on the number 46 and count backwards to the number 29.
39, 38, 37, 36, 6.
Do you remember what number I told you to start the top one?
You said start at 38 and then start at 49 and I forgot the second one.
Okay.
After risking the lives of others and lying to police, Naomi resorted to begging in order to avoid prosecution.
You're under arrest for DUI. DUI.
But I am not drunk. I did everything that you asked me to, right? Please, sir, I can't have a DUI, please.
But the officer had heard it all before, and she was placed under arrest.
Not even supposed to be driving in the first place. You have 5 different suspensions on your license.
When the officer offered the young woman to put on another layer for warmth, she even offered to strip down to avoid arrest.
Do you have a pair of shorts or something in here that we can put on to cover you up a little bit? That jersey. I'll put that on her.
I'll take everything off. Please don't charge me, but I don't want to go to jail.
Despite her attempts, the officers remained professional, ensuring that this drunk driver was off the streets where she wouldn't be putting others at risk.
Please, can you not make an exception, please? I promise I'll be
we are past that. I need you to sit in the car.
What would I have to do?
Nothing. The only thing that you could do to not go to jail tonight is not drive drunk.
Naomi later refused a breath sample. Her car was seized, but no public record of her charges has been released. Our next case shows how flirting to get out of arrest isn't limited to DUIs, with more serious offenders also using the tactic. In 2023, Lydia Badillo was pulled over not far from the Mexican border in Texas. She was carrying 2 passengers, but the officer immediately noticed that something was wrong.
Right. Okay.
They're my friends.
Okay, and who are these?
Both of my friends.
Okay.
Carmen y Joana.
Okay. Okay. Are these legit? Because they look fake.
The trooper in charge of the incident immediately noticed that Badillo's passengers had suspicious ID cards. This close to the border, any fraudulent-looking paperwork is a big concern for officers.
¿Los documentos por un tiempo? Por un año. Okay. Pues son falsos, okay?
Running their IDs through the database confirmed the officers' suspicions. Facing charges of human trafficking, Badillo decided to turn on the charm.
Just wait for me right here, okay? You don't have anything?
I'm looking at your eyes. Sorry, sir.
What?
I'm looking at your eyes.
Why?
Because you look pretty handsome.
But her attempt to win the officer over was unsuccessful. Officers like this one are well aware of the seriousness of Badillo's crime, with women like her passengers often being forced into sex work to pay off their debt with the traffickers. The officer's patience soon ran out, and Badillo was arrested and charged with human trafficking. Her passengers turned out to be illegal immigrants from El Salvador who were also detained.
You had 2 undocumented people in the vehicle. We're past that.
Y ahora es mi culpa.
Ma'am.
Culpa de eso.
Okay? You're under arrest for human smuggling.
No, sir.
Turn around.
Please.
Turn around.
Our final case focuses on Grace Spoonamore, who was stopped by an officer investigating a hit-and-run in Ohio.
I'm asking you questions, you answer.
Okay, and I will answer.
Spoonamore was clearly intoxicated and started behaving suggestively towards the officer almost instantly.
Do you have anything in your pockets?
Oh, yeah? I don't know. You want to check me? Search me real quick. It may feel intimate.
When a second cop arrived, her flirtatious demeanor continued, although it wasn't clear whether she was trying to get out of trouble or deliberately provoke the officers. She also quickly admits to being drunk.
3 doubles.
3 doubles?
Yeah.
Where at?
So 6.
You had 6 drinks?
6 drinks of Patron.
That's why it smells like that?
Spoonamore continues to get increasingly angry throughout her arrest, making further inappropriate comments and getting increasingly agitated.
Guess what? You're a bouncer that works in my club because I'm a stripper.
At Christie's?
Right? No.
Where?
Hustlers.
Where's that?
What do you mean, where is it? You know.
I
Don't
know.
play dumb with me. I ain't that dumb.
Okay.
Spoonamore breaks down into tears after allegedly spitting at one of the officers. Although she isn't making much sense, it's clear that she doesn't have much trust in the police.
I don't believe you, because you wasn't there to help me when I was needed.
Before she was on the way to the station, Grace continues to shout at officers and make inappropriate sexual comments. On arrival at the station, officers noticed that she had urinated on herself during the ride.
Step out.
No, you wouldn't let me go. I couldn't hold it.
Okay.
No,
stay there.
I want to take them off.
Okay.
While being processed, she makes several attempts to remove her own trousers, while the officer tries to find a female colleague to assist him. All the time, Spoonamore continued to scream and act inappropriately, placing the officer in a very uncomfortable situation.
You want to tase me?
No.
Do it.
Stay in the blue box.
I like it.
Stay in the blue box, Grace.
Don't.
Stay in the blue box. Step back.
You can touch me.
Step back.
You touch me.
Her behavior eventually got so erratic that police made the decision to take her to a hospital. Several claims she was making concerned the officers, with some speculating that she may have been a victim of human trafficking.
No! You try to put me in Mexico! Stop!
Watch out for.
She was later charged with speeding, obstruction of official business, and assault on an officer. That's it for our countdown of suspects who tried to seduce their arresting officers. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to us at Crime 101 for more.